Welcome to
You Will, We Spill, Honest Talks with
CPF.
So really exciting. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be grilling the CPF on some of the burning questions that you guys sent in.
Grill.
And we'll also talk a bit about, can we go about adulting, how can we adult, stress-free. So we're going to discuss more about that later on as well. And maybe we can just start off by, introducing ourselves, share the audience, your life goals. Maybe I'll go first, right? So I'm Nigel. I'm currently in university right now. So in the short term, my goal is just to complete my degree. But in the long term, then I'm working towards becoming a full-time investor. So what about the rest of you?
Okay, then I start. We go like this.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Shah, aka at Shah Please. I'm a girl from SGAG. Not me thinking where am I from. I'm a girl from SGAG and also I make TikToks. And my life goal is actually to meet my BTS au pairs. No, kidding. It's actually to have my own house by the age of 35 and save as much money as possible. How about you?
Hi guys, my name is Hari. I'm actually a manager at the Outreach and Partnerships Department at the CPF board. So what I do is really to share with people young like you guys and also the older folks as well about the different CPF schemes and how it supports us in retirement. Okay, so personally, my life goals is, a short-term goal for me is to save up money for my wedding and my renovation.
Congratulations!
Thank you. So hopefully that happens in the next couple of years. And a long-term goal is to retire early. I hope to retire by the age of 45, so working hard towards that.
Whoa.
Okay, for me, hi guys, my name is Joel. I'm an actor, singer, host. And my current goal as of right now is to, buy a house and hopefully a car.
Yeah. Okay, nice. So now that we get to know everyone, maybe I can just recap on how the life will go, right? So remember a few weeks back, some of you guys sent in lots of questions, and that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be answering all these questions, right? And don't worry, Hari, we won't throw all of them at you. We'll just be sharing all the questions, right?
Yes.
Sure.
Yep, so to everyone watching, those of you guys who are watching at home, I'm seeing lots of comments come in, so just feel free to also send in any questions you have at the comments, and along the way we'll try to answer them as well. So yeah, let's get started. What are some interesting questions some of you guys received?
Okay, I got mine. How do I get better at math?
Hey, this one is honest talk with CPF, not with your math teacher.
Do we look like your maths teacher? Do I look like I can do maths? Next question, please.
Okay, so some of these questions are actually quite interesting. One person asked me, right, you want to be MMA 1 championship?
Oh.
I think that's not impossible. I think like a few weeks or something, I saw like on the news some Singaporean guy went on to the WWE as well.
Dental Chan.
Yeah, that guy. He's living the dream, man.
Wow, living the dream, man. Wow. How about the comments? Let's see the
So I
comments.
think maybe we can touch a little bit about this dream thing later on, right? Whether it's practical to chase our dream here in Singapore. Maybe right now we can, go on to answer some questions. What are some of the questions you guys have?
Okay, so over here I received this question and it says, I think many of us can relate to this, and it says, how much money do I need to save a month?
I think this actually really depends, right? So if you're someone who, in the future you want to live a really luxurious life, right? Then of course you need to save more. But if you're someone, you're really frugal, things like that, then you won't have to save so much. So I think it really depends. For myself personally, because I'm looking to do full-time investing next time, and I'm also investing my own money now. I'm always allocating like a fixed sum to investments, and then the remaining one is where I would do my expenditure. So what about the rest of you guys? How do you actually do your budgeting and so on?
I go first, because,
Okay.
nice, right? So, anyways, I got like a few ways, but these are my favorite ways, okay? First, I think it's normal like you also, I will actually set aside some money to save and some money to spend. So, and to make sure that I don't touch the money that I save, right? I actually make sure that they auto transfer to other banks, so I really cannot touch, because I like to touch money. Me being me, yeah. And then another thing is, I try to tapao food from home, because the office area, near my office, the food very expensive and it's not that good. Sorry, I love you. Okay.
You're not going to get a discount after this,
Oh no! Yeah, but last but not least, how I save money is, you all know like Disney Plus, Netflix, right? I kind of leech off my friends. I just like, hey, what's your password? Okay. Yeah, then I use it. Yeah, how about you, Joel?
For me, right, when I want to buy something, right,
Oh no!
You go first.
Sorry.
I totally miss you, but never mind. I'll go first, then you go. So for me, when I want to buy something, I'll think about it. If it's too expensive, I'll think about it, maybe for a week. If I cannot stop thinking about it, then I have to get it. If I stop thinking about it after 1 or 2 days, then maybe I don't need it. So when I control my impulsive buying, that's how I save money. What about you?
I mean, I really think you guys really have very interesting tips and ideas also. I think for me, I think the biggest rule of thumb, right, is to actually do what works for you best as an individual. So I think I do a mixture of whatever you guys said, but really, I think for you guys at home as well, really think about what it suits you for your individual lifestyle.
I think at the end of the day, you have to find what works for you, like what Hari said, because you need to be able to stick to the plan, right? If you choose a plan that is too ambitious, then you won't be able to stick to it. Then it defeats the whole purpose of having that plan at the start.
Correct.
So really, I think the best plan is one that you can actually be consistent with.
Yeah, so I saw another question we received. Should I save up for my family or spend?
I don't think it's an either or all thing, right? I think it's possible to do both with the right amount of planning ahead.
Yeah, I agree also, because you won't want to, save, and then you live a damn stressed life, right? Because you don't enjoy yourself. So I think for me, I want to strike the right balance, and I think that's the right way to go about it as well. You want to enjoy a little bit, but also make sure all your finances are in check, right?
Correct.
Yeah, both of you are right. I also feel like if you should spend on your family, but also spend on yourself. But like, it's like, so you divide, like family, yourself, and in your family you divide again. Like for me, because I'm a family girl, mommy, if you're there, hello mother. Yeah, so I would actually half save, half spend. Saving by like, just in case anything happen, touch wood everyone, touch wood.
Touch wood.
Yeah. And also another one is I will actually spend on my family on food because they like to eat. It doesn't have to be really expensive food. No need to go to those restaurants. I just belanja them at those hawker center, or I buy snacks for them. Like my dad likes these groundnuts. Then I was just like, okay, father, I buy like 5 groundnuts, each $1 kind. Anything for you, father. Yeah. How about you, Joel?
I think for me, especially now during COVID, I think there are more avenues where we can enjoy saving money and at the same time spend time with our family. So for me, I stay at home, cook with my family. We can save at the same time and also bond at the same time.
That's nice, that's nice. I think one way, right, is to really save before you spend, okay? And then it's actually good to at least save a minimum of 10% of your income for a start. I mean, definitely if you can save more, like, it's more the better, right? Yeah. And what you can do after you have set aside these savings is that after that you can spend all the different needs. So you can buy $1 groundnuts for your dad. They're expensive, by the way. But go ahead and do that, yes. But even if you spend $1 on buying one groundnut, you don't need to worry, because the good thing is that all of us are really contributing to our CPF. Alright, so as soon as we start working, we already have a safety net for retirement. So if you have your savings set aside, you have your CPF working for you, then you can comfortably, with a peace of mind, spend for your different needs and wants.
Actually, speaking of CPF, that's the main reason we're here, right? And then just now I also see like some comments already asking about OA, SA, all of that. So maybe we can start off with some questions related to CPF.
Sure.
Okay. So let's start with this question we received. What is CPF and how is it relevant to young people like us?
Okay, so CPF's main purpose is to help us set aside money to build a strong foundation for our retirement. Okay, and also it helps us through saving for our home and also our healthcare and providing for lifelong payouts during retirement.
I mean, like, we're kind of young, but isn't it like too early to think about retirement though?
No, not at all. Because we all will eventually grow old one day.
Ouch, okay.
Right? I mean, eventually one day we will grow old. So it's better to start planning early. Alright, so what we have to advantage as young people is time. Right? Because with time, right, our retirements can grow so much more with the power of compound interest.
Compound interest?
Yes. So, in fact, with CPF, right, you've already started for your saving for your retirement from the day you start working. Even if you're doing a part-time job. Okay, let me explain to you guys.
Whoa. Since your dad was here, then.
I got a present for you. This is for you. This is for you.
Thank
and
you.
This is for Nigel.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, before I go into that, maybe let me ask you guys a question. How much do you think you need to earn at a minimum to attract CPF contribution? Come on. Wait, 3,
500.
2.
500?
Okay, 500 minus 10.
Huh?
$50.
Oh!
Yes. Alright, so the answer is $50. So if you're a Singaporean or a permanent resident who earn more than $50 per month under a contract of service, your employer must give you a top up 17% of your income into your CPF.
Thank you, company.
Yes. Alright. Then, if you earn more than $750 a month, you will then have to contribute 20% from your monthly salary into your CPF accounts. So 17% for your employer, 20% for you, that will be 37%. Okay, so this 37% goes into 3 CPF accounts. All right, so we have the ordinary account here, we have the special account, and we have the MediSave account over there. And what's more is that this really gives very attractive interest rates. Yeah.
I think from what you say, right, one of the best things about it is that the moment you start working, you already have that CPF coming in, whether from yourself, you're contributing, or from your employer. So you really start off very early, and you can really, over the years, reap the effects of compound interest. So start off early, and you still get compound interest. So that's the best part,
correct,
right?
correct. And I just said that, the attractive interest rates, right? So what are these attractive interest rates? Okay, so the base interest rates for the ordinary account is 2.5%. For the special account is 4%. For the MediSave account, Shah, what do you think is the?
Come on, don't ask me. I'm not a CPF pro. 5%.
No, it's 4% as well.
Okay.
All right.
I tried.
And what's more is that you get an extra 1% on the first $60,000 of your savings. So with the power of compound interest, every dollar in your special account and your MediSave account will actually double in 20 years. So the earlier you start, the more time you have, the more time the money has to grow with the power of compound interest.
Okay, max time. So if I have 20K in my account, right? In 20 years in my special account, it will be 40K.
Yep.
Oh my, okay.
Like magic, right?
Imagine, okay. Speaking of which, someone asked me a question. Okay, my phone back. Let me just look over there. Actually, there's questions over there. Y'all don't know, right? Yeah. So someone commented on my TikTok. They asked, what can CPF be used for? Yeah, Harry, you mentioned about ordinary account, special account, and MediSave account, right? But what are they actually specifically used for?
Okay, so the ordinary account savings, you can use it for your retirement income, your housing, insurance, and also investments.
Okay.
All right. So your special account savings is to provide you with retirement payouts during your retirement, and also to actually invest in retirement-related financial products. All right. For your MediSave account, touch wood, if you fall sick.
Touch wood.
Yes, touch wood. Fall sick, it's for your hospitalization expenses and also for approved insurances as well.
Okay. Interesting.
I think from what you said earlier, you mentioned about housing and all that. Actually, for some of us young people, right, I got some uni friends who they are like planning to apply BTO and everything. So I will assume that for CPF, right, one of the first users for many of us is housing, right? So any one of you got any questions about buying a house with CPF?
I got one here by Ong Deborah. He commented on my TikTok asking, how much money do I need in my CPF to buy a home?
Okay. For this, right, first you need to take note of how much you need to buy a home, right? Okay, so what are the expenses when it comes to buying a home? Okay, so you got obviously the cost of the home, and then you also have the other costs as well. So the cost of the home, there are things that you can pay with CPF, okay? Your down payment you can pay with CPF, your monthly mortgages you can pay with CPF, your stamp duty and legal fees as well. You can use your OA savings from your CPF to pay for this. And then there's also some other things. For me personally, I call it the fun expenses.
Fun,
yes, I like spending in those. It's your renovation and your, your furniture.
I didn't know
No, you cannot use your CPF.
Oh wait, shit.
Yes. So for these fun expenses, right, your renovation and your furniture and your fittings and stuff like that, you need cash.
Oh.
Yeah, you need cash for that. Yeah.
Okay, use it.
Yeah, so you're going to take into account all this, then you can kind of decide how much you would need. Okay, so the first big ticket item when it comes to buying a house is firstly the down payment. Okay, so let's do some simple calculations. Okay, let's say we are buying a 4-room BTO flat. Okay, and we are taking a HDB loan for it. Okay, and the BTO flat is $400,000.
Yes.
Okay, so if you're taking a HDB loan, you need to put 10% down as a down payment. So what is 10% of $400,000? Can you do this?
40,000.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so you need $40,000 in your CPF accounts to do the down payment. Okay, so it's either in your CPF OA account or as cash. Okay, so you and your partner should have this amount, and then you know that, okay, I can afford this house because I can put down the down payment for that house. Yeah. But then after that, you need to take into account that you need to finance, you need to take a loan and you need to finance it.
Correct.
Okay, so you can use your CPF savings first to finance that, and then you can use your monthly CPF contributions to finance that as well. But before you actually deplete everything in your CPF OA account, I think a tip I wanted to share with you guys is you can choose to keep up to $20,000 in your CPF accounts. Yes. Okay, so why, I mean, the question may be, hey, why, I want to use that money, why keep it in the account, right? It's because when the money is kept within the account, right, what happens is that it continues to earn the very attractive interest rate of 2.5%. Okay, then what happens if you want to take a break from work, maybe you want to travel one whole year, maybe? Yeah, you can actually use this remainder savings that you have in the OA account to continue financing your home. So if let's say if you want to take a break, or maybe unfortunately you lose your job for a while, touch wood, yes, you can use that to finance your house. Yes.
So it helps with like emergency things like that.
Exactly.
So in case anything happens, you still have that money there to pay for the down, to pay for the mortgage and so on, right?
Yep.
Oh, I see. Okay, this is a very real question I saw just now. That is, what are some cheap areas to buy a house? So property gurus, maybe? Anyone?
Why first maths teacher, now guru, property guru? Oh, really? Okay, I'm gonna take a wild guess. All the comment people don't hate me, okay? I'm guessing it might be Punggol, because the Punggol, like a lot of new BTOs, right? And because of new BTOs means that area not much things to do. I mean, in the future it'll be better, but it's just my thoughts.
Yeah, I think you're right. Usually those areas would be cheaper. So you are a guru. Right. So actually talking about housing, right? Do you guys have any like rough idea how much your ideal home would roughly cost around there?
I think for me, ideally, I would like a house somewhere in the east, because the east side, best side. Preferably a 4-room flat, and my budget is about like 400,000. What about you guys? Do you guys have any preference?
Well, okay, I'm not from the east side because I'm the north side. North side is better, by the way. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a budget for my house because I just like to dream, but I don't think. That's the bad part about me. That's why I'm here, right? Yeah, so anyways, if I could have a dream house, right, I want to be in a condo, right, at the very top floor and have a pet tortoise. Then I can like look at the sky and like pet my pet tortoise. Yeah, so because now that I know, because I'm here, right, I have a question to ask you. Can this CPF be used on condos, or is it just only HDB?
Okay, good question. So your CPF OA savings can be used for HDB flats or even private residential properties in Singapore.
Is condo can or not?
Can. Okay. Yes. But keep in mind, when you're buying your house, it's for most of us, right, it's going to be the biggest financial commitments that one of the biggest financial commitments that we make. So a good rule of thumb is to keep your monthly housing installments within 25% of the total gross salary of your gross income of your household. Okay, so let's say the total gross income of your household is, or the gross monthly income of your household is 8K. Okay? So that means your monthly mortgage should ideally not exceed 2K per month. All right. Yeah. So many numbers, is it? Okay.
She's gone by the math.
For those like Shah, if you're lazy to calculate, punch in all these numbers, getting a bit of headache with the numbers, don't worry, you can just go to the First Home Calculator on our CPF website. Yeah, and it will help you do all the calculation for you and give you some guidance on how much you can spend on your house. Yeah, but then also remember that your OA savings, right, ordinary account savings, is for your retirement as well. So, plan prudently. Just because the money is there, don't spend everything. Because I think one thing that you need to take note of, let's just say you forget everything that I said now. Okay, just remember, buy within your means.
Buy within your means.
Yes, so just remember that, and if you remember these 4 words, it will guide you towards making the right decisions when purchasing your house.
Okay, so buy within your means. Yes. Everybody must remember that, okay. So you can use your CPF to buy a house, but you can only get CPF contribution if you're employed, right? So for someone like myself who is a self-employed person now, how does CPF benefit me?
Okay, for this question, so as a self-employed person, right, you're actually required to contribute to your MediSave if you earn an annual net trade income of more than $6,000. Okay, so by doing this, you actually get some benefits as well. Okay, so the 3 main benefits. Firstly, you enjoy the base interest rate of how many percent? MediSave.
2.5.
4% for your MediSave. Okay. On top of that, you get to enjoy tax relief. Okay. So that's great as well. On top of that, you can actually use this MediSave savings for your healthcare expenses and also your health insurance for yourself. but not just for yourself, for your loved ones as well. So that's awesome, right? Yeah. But I have a tip for you guys as well. So if you are intending to be a self-employed person, what you can also do is you can also contribute to your other two accounts as well, your ordinary account and your special account. So with that, you get the attractive interest rate of the ordinary account
2.5,
and special account.
4%.
Yes, that's right. Okay, and then you also get more tax relief as well. So that's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 2.5 ordinary account and 4% for special account. Okay, that's really like hard to beat though. Like that's
I'm giving you a
Yeah,
test
I
like
think-
as we
I
go
think
live.
I think the average fixed deposit is about 0.6%.
Oh, really? That low?
Okay, okay.
Okay, so there's more reason for us to take advantage of CPF even as a self-employed person like myself. Lah.
Yep, yep.
Okay. So moving on. So we have covered the interest rate in CPF, and now we're talking about what if the interest rates aren't enough. So I got actually a few questions here. First of all, should I invest my OA? And also secondly, from what about the kittens on my TikTok? I want to grow my CPF money. The 2.5 isn't enough. Should I start investing my CPF?
I think I saw like some questions about that as well, whether you should keep in CPF or whether you should invest. So maybe I can try answering that. So personally for myself, I do my own investing. But I think before anyone considers about investing, you need to realize that there are different investing styles, right? So you have passive investing. Some people like robo investing. Then you have some people who, like myself, I do active stock picking, meaning I research companies. But that will require more time, right? You have to commit more time to it. And then there will be some people who will prefer CPF as well. So really don't just straight away think about should I invest, should I put in CPF. Consider your personal situation right now, your personal circumstance, your personality, what suits you best, and then decide from there what is the best strategy for you. That's really something that I think is really important to take note.
Yeah, you very well said, Nigel. I think with investments, right, it takes both time and effort. So you need to consider if you have the bandwidth to do that, right? And also with investments, there are also a lot of risk. So you're going to need to take into account if you can take on those risks as well. And so if you're not confident of the risks that are out there, you can actually invest, keep your monies within CPF, your CPF savings within the accounts, and you will continue earning the attractive interest rate. So I would think only invest your CPF savings if you're confident of earning more than what CPF account is providing. You can just relax and it will give you your 4%.
Okay, 4%. I remember.
This is good. So I think apart from, we've been talking about growing our money, right? So maybe we can talk about what are we saving for, right? What's the purpose of, we save so much money? What do we actually want to achieve? So I think like Joel, Shah, just now you all shared like some of the life goals you have. So what have you actually, what are you working towards achieving that? So for example, for myself, right? I want to do full-time investing, and a big part of that is building up sufficient capital so that over time you can live off your investments. So that's something I'm constantly working towards. And so what about the rest of you guys?
Okay. Maybe I start first lah. I mean, I'm not like you who think so much, right? I just very surface kind lah. I didn't really have a much plan when it comes to all of this, but I do have a dream. So my dream is to actually retire by 55 to 60 like that. And also at the same condo that I said just now. I just want to be at the condo with my pet tortoise and just like pet and look at the sky. That's my ultimate retirement dream.
Come on, give me fish.
Okay, fish also fish. How about you, Joel?
I think for me, I want to be financially stable enough to travel every year when I grow older, and also have some savings for my future generations. So my plan is a little bit goes a long way, and I have to like set aside a fixed amount every year to save every year lah, so I can achieve it. And moving on to the next question, is it too early to plan for retirement as a uni student?
Okay, so remember earlier I mentioned the power of compound interest.
Yes.
Right, okay. So when it comes to growing your money, the earlier the better, right? Because time will be in our favor, yes. So let me give you an example, okay. So let's say we put $10,000 in our special account at the age of 25, okay? And then with the 4% interest per annum, this amount will grow up to $48,000 when we reach 65.
Oh.
Yes,
Okay.
awesome, right? Yeah.
Wow.
But if you only had started at the age of 55, instead of the $10,000, you would actually need to put in more than $32,000 to get the same amount. So you see the huge difference that it makes when you start saving earlier, right? So even if it's a small amount, right? $10,000 at one go may be a little intimidating for some of us. So even if it's a small amount, just put in a small amount, but put it in a regular manner, and then you'll be able to reap the benefits of compound interest over time.
Wow, everything is all about compound interest or your... Okay, so I have another question I received. This is from Rainbow Pooping 101. Your name all damn funny, Rainbow Pooping 101. Okay, so this person commented on my TikTok. Can you give us a good range of CPF savings that we can work towards for those who are in their 20s?
Okay. So for this, right, firstly, you got to think about the retirement lifestyle that you want to lead. Okay, so for you, if you want to live in a condo,
My pet.
pet tortoise. Yeah, you got to think of all the different expenditure for that, right?
Yes.
Maintenance of your condo, you need to pay your maintenance fee every month. Then for your pet tortoise, you want to buy clothes, you want to buy a house, buy food. I don't know what a tortoise eats, but
I don't know, leaf or something.
or then maybe no need so much. Yeah, but then so you got to think note of all these different expenses. Okay, so then you decide how much you need during retirement, right? Then you work the sums up from there. Yeah. Okay, but then for if you are already working, already actively contributing to your CPF accounts, you don't need to worry because you are already actually saving towards your basic needs in retirement, because in your CPF accounts, eventually you will get monthly payouts that help you with your basic needs in retirement. So you don't need to worry about that. But if you need more, if turtle food is very expensive, yeah, you can definitely top up more in your CPF accounts. You can top up a lump sum into your accounts or make regular top ups to your CPF, and then you let the money grow, and then you get more during retirement. Yeah, and on top of that, you enjoy tax relief when you do top ups.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Another person asked, Bum Like You. I swear the names are so weird, Bum Like You asked on my TikTok, want to retire comfortably, but how? How to retire at 50 years old? How? Yeah, this is also I'm wondering. Is there a way to retire at 50 years old?
Okay, maybe I can kind of give like my personal opinion. So I think instead of looking at it from like 50 years old I must retire, 60 years old you must retire, maybe you can consider first of all what to you is retirement. Maybe you need 2,000 a month for some people. Maybe for some people they need 5,000. Maybe for some people they want to lead a super good life. They need $20,000 a month. And then what you can kind of do is to plan backwards, right? If at 50 I need like $20,000 per month or 2,000 or 5,000, then you kind of work backwards to like present day you, how much do you have to consistently save, how much do you have to consistently set aside, and based on your kind of required rate of return, what is the return that you need in order to reach your goal when you're 50. So I think planning backwards, right, actually helps a lot because it's kind of more realistic, and at the same time you have this consistent plan that you already map out, right? So it's easier to also stay consistent with it.
Alright, yeah, so I think CPF is like your safety net, right? Because from the age of 65, you actually will start getting regular payouts from your CPF accounts for your basic needs. They'll help you with your basic needs, right? So if you want to retire earlier, then you need to consider, hey, okay, if I want to retire at, for me, for example, 45 years old. So from 45 years old till 65 years old, I need to ensure that I have enough savings or another plan for my income or to sustain me till I get my CPF savings at 65 years old.
So you better must work hard now, right?
Yeah. Say OT now.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think any other questions you guys have? If not, I think it's about time you can jump into some of the live questions. If not, some of you guys say we ignore you guys, right? So let's maybe jump off into some of the live questions right now.
Okay, so I see one here. Why should I top up my CPF if I won't be able to withdraw as and when I need to use them?
Okay. I think many might have this question in their mind. So why top up your CPF is because by topping up your CPF, you are creating a bigger pool of savings for your retirement. Okay, but why can't you withdraw them when you need them? Okay, because your savings in your special account actually earn a very attractive interest rate of up to 5%. You have the 4% plus additional 1% for the first 60K, right? Yeah, so it earns very attractive interest rates. So therefore, the monies are within the account for a longer period of time. Yeah, because of that, it's able to earn a higher interest, right? So this is exactly how like your bank interest rates work. So let's say you do a fixed deposit in your bank account. Yeah, you will be able to actually get a higher interest rate as compared to if you put it into your savings account or your current account. The interest rates are lower because you can withdraw it anytime, right? Yeah. So actually, in the past few years, or maybe just last year, we actually saw members topping up their CPF accounts. So just last year itself, members topped up $3 billion into their CPF accounts. So they're all taking advantage of the attractive interest rates that CPF is providing for them. So you guys should definitely too.
Yeah. Okay, okay, another question. What's the point of CPF if I can see but I can't touch?
Okay, that is definitely not true, okay? So, okay, when it comes to CPF, right, there's two phases. You have your accumulation and your decumulation phase. Okay, so your accumulation phase is now we are working, accumulate money, yeah.
Accumulate money, man.
Yes. Putting money into your savings, your employer contributing. So this is the accumulation phase. Decumulation phase is when you retire. Yeah,
yes,
so you
With
retire.
the tortoise.
Yes, with a tortoise, right tortoise.
In a condo.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but then even during your accumulation phase, you can actually use your CPF savings. What can you use it for? Your housing. Yeah, you can use it for your housing. You can also use it for your healthcare needs. Yeah. So, needless to say, during your decumulation phase, you're actually drawing down on your savings for your regular stream of monthly incomes for your retirement. Yeah, for all your needs.
Ooh, okay. For my tortoise. Wait for me, tortoise. Alright,
Okay, questions.
there's another question though. Question by Half Moon Pros. Should I take a bank loan or HDB loan for my house?
Okay.
Okay, interesting question.
Okay, so I think this is a question that is in a lot of people's mind right now. I think recently I also went to purchase my flat, so this is a question I had in my mind as well. So I think there are two things that you need to take note of. Firstly, the down payment. Okay, so for an HDB loan, it requires you to make a down payment of at least 10% of the purchase price. You can actually use your OA savings or a combination of cash to actually put this 10% down. Okay, and then for a bank loan, you can take you have to pay 20% of the purchase price.
Okay.
Yes, and at least 5% need to be paid in cash. So these are the different considerations that you can make. So I mean, with a bank loan, you need to pay you need to pay at least 5% in cash. So you need the cash savings. So second is the loan interest. Okay. So currently, taking a bank loan generally has a lower interest rate than the HDB loan currently. Okay, but bank interest rates fluctuates over time, and remember to keep an eye on refinancing options as well to get the best interest rates as well. But with your HDB loan, the HDB loan rates are very stable. It's tagged at 0.1% on top of the OA interest rate. So currently it's 2.6%. Yeah.
Okay.
So remember these two. I mean, it depends on your situation as well. So see what works best for you.
Okay. Any more questions? Let's say
This is quite interesting. Can CPF be used for pregnancy hospital bills?
Okay, so yes, it can be used for both prenatal and postnatal expenses.
Nice.
Okay, so this next one is, should I leave my CPF untouched and not use it for housing?
Okay, okay, so if you can afford to use cash instead of your CPF to pay for your housing needs, you can actually consider doing that because your monies in your CPF will continue to earn the attractive interest rate, right? But I mean, realistically speaking, this may be very challenging for us. If let's say your house is 400k, to put on 400k in terms of cash may not be the suitable option for a lot of us. So you can actually consider what you can do is that you can actually consider using part OA savings, your CPF savings from your OA account, and also use part cash. So what happens with part OA savings and part cash is that you have to you can keep the remainder amount in your ordinary account, and that will continue to earn the attractive interest rates. And in the case that in terms of if you need a backup plan to kick in, let's say an unfortunate instance of losing your job, you have yes, you can tap on this savings as well. So remember that this is a very big ticket item that you'll be purchasing.
Yes.
So remember what I said earlier?
Buy within your means.
Yes.
See, I'm so
Buy
smart.
within your means. That's right.
Yeah.
Alright, let's look at the
I think
question.
for myself, right, I'll probably pay with my CPF first, because personally I like to do my own investing, so I want to kind of expense it with my CPF first and invest my own money. But at the same time, I think it's important we realize that there's a need for emergency fund, right, in case anything happens, then like what Hari mentioned at the start, right? We have this money in the CPF that we can leave in our OA, so that in case anything happens, you still have that amount there to continue paying your mortgage.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I think there's one here. So actually, I think that's quite related to Joel's one just now. So it's about like if you're a freelancer. So I would assume freelancer means you're self-employed, right? So if you're a freelancer, how much percentage would you advise to put into your CPF monthly?
Okay. So for a self-employed person, right, it's only mandatory to contribute to your MediSave account. Okay, to ensure they have enough savings for your healthcare needs. Okay, let's say, again, if you fall sick, you want to have that savings for you.
Yes.
Yeah. And especially these savings will be very important in your older age as well, when you're more susceptible to falling ill, and you might have stopped working then as well. But how about your housing and retirement savings? So for that, you can actually think of your own plans, think how much you would need for that as well, and then contribute accordingly into your ordinary and special accounts as well. So you can consider doing that.
Okay, interesting. Do we have more time?
Do we see, what time is it?
What time is it?
Okay, I think
8:44 already. I think it's time, guys. It's time. Thank you. So thank you for everyone who's been here, who's been watching our live stream. Like, legit, my brain is literally exploding from all this CPF knowledge. Like, Hari, power, man. And Nigel's investment, man. I'm just like, what?
I feel you. I feel like a CPF expert now.
Hey,
We are Hari right now. We are Hari.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me test you guys, okay?
Oh, no.
Okay.
yeah, maybe those in the comments, right, answer along with us, right? In case one of us got it wrong, right, then you guys can, answer along with us.
Okay. So first question. Okay, I give you an easy one to start off with.
Sure.
What are your 3 CPF accounts?
I mean, wait. We have the answer here. We have the answer here.
Ordinary
Special account.
And then ordinary account is for housing. The medical account is for healthcare.
Special account is for retirement.
Okay,
See,
yes.
smart girls me.
Okay, guys, you guys answered 2 questions in one. You also told me what your accounts are for. Great. Okay, so next question. How much should you choose to leave in your ordinary account when buying a house if you're taking a HDB loan?
Okay, I remember this because I think you gave it as like a tip just now or something. It's 20,000, right? Is it
Yes,
20,000?
you're right.
Smart.
Okay, one final question before we go. What is the interest rate in your special account?
2.5.
Nope, that's your ordinary account.
What's the other number? 4.
Four.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember he
okay.
asking me just now. What's the percentage? No, that's your ordinary account.
Okay, good. You guys grilled me, I grilled you a bit as well.
This guy good. Anyways, thank you, Hari, for being here with us,
Thank
for
you,
teaching
thank you
us
so
the
much.
knowledge of CPF.
It was
and
really
stuff.
fun being with you guys today as well.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so to everyone's watching this show, we hope you really enjoyed it. So remember, every purpose needs a plan. So from finding a job to going freelance like Joel and buying a home and wanting to retire at 50, although this guy say 45 years old, start planning earlier so that there's more time for you to get to your goal.
Yes.
Like how I want to get to my condo with my pet tortoise and looking up the sky.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, so hope everyone, can work hard towards your goal and get a tortoise maybe.
Tortoise!
So for those of you, if you need more information about CPF, you can check out the CPF website or you can follow along the social media account as well. I know I saw like a lot of questions that we didn't manage to answer. So if you didn't, do check out the CPF social media platforms because we'll be answering all of them on those social media posts as well. So if you didn't manage to cover them during this live session, don't worry, just head over to the social media accounts and all the questions will be answered there. Yeah.
All right. So thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for
Thanks
coming.
for joining,
Thank you.
guys.
Good
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Can you put like heart shape emojis or something? I don't know. Do people even comment heart shapes? wait. Remember this. Bye. Remember, you grill, we spill.